Welcome, bout betters. I'm hating on these lines right now, and I feel like I'm being manipulated or cornered into making a few minimal value bets, and that is leading me toward Jasmine Jasudavicius, Davison Figueiredo, and even though I have a half-unit bet on Ciryl Gane at the money line, I'm seriously considering the value on Francis Ngannou and buying out of my position. Or should I lock in at the decision and finish props for Ciryl Gane? I think that's going to be my line of operation here because Francis Ngannou, that line was spreading and now it's closing back in. I don't think we have a ton of analysis to be required here. I think most of us, even the casuals, know what this fight's about. We have power versus technique, speed and movement against strength, counter-striking versus orthodox boxing. I would have liked to have done a piece on Gane's movement because I think his strikes are like Wonder Boy and Michael Venom Page, but with defensive skills and takedown defense. Two areas where Ngannou has improved as well. His counter wrestling and his octagon awareness has improved, and Ngannou makes adjustments within a fight now. He shows patience as a fighter as opposed to just being a blitzer and a brawler. But will Ngannou remain this way against Gane, who has sneaky blitzes himself? How each responds and counters to these kinds of close engagements and these blitzes will determine this bout. And Ngannou's right hand only has to hit Ciryl once. We all know that, or twice, to end this. Gane probably has felt some of Ngannou's power, but this is real time. This is going to be full speed. It's not going to be sparring. So how is Ciryl Gane going to respond to actually feeling that problem head on? Problem for me with Ngannou is his emotional and psychological state. How taxed is he mentally due to all this media attention and Dana drama? There's a lot of pressure on him. He is obviously checked out of the UFC, but he still has to win in order to keep some hype behind him for those big money boxing matches. Ciryl has little pressure here, and I think he is as being the better technical and cerebral fighter. So I favor Gane, but at one point, Ngannou was at plus 165, and now as even throughout the day, he's dropped to plus 120. And at 165, he was really too meaty to pass. I should have jumped on it at that point. So right now, I lean at Gane by decision with a sprinkle on the finish, but that's not to say I can't buy my way out of the position. I don't think I'm going to do that. I rarely do that. Ngannou, if you're on an Ngannou side, him in rounds 1 and 2 has got to be meatier. The money line was fantastic at plus 165. If you could still find at, great, but I tend not to hedge myself. I tend not to switch or buy out of my bets. So I'm more likely to invest Gane as his counter-striking and movement is like nothing we have seen in heavyweight MMA. Just as Ngannou's power is extraordinary, Gane's movement is next level and just might be too good for Ngannou's traditional orthodox attack and style. But if you've made it this far, you are a bout better. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Good luck this weekend.